Hello, everyone. This is Aili from the Intimacy Curator. Today we have a very special guest, Rubber Pony Link. So Rubber Pony Link is involved in the poly community. He's been there for 2 years, and he's been involved in the kinky community for about 15 years. He's based in LA, that's in America, and also Belfast, Ireland. So welcome, Rubber Pony Link. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Okay, so it's nighttime, or like it's evening in LA and it's morning in India. I'm gonna ask you some questions about your experience as a pony and as a member of the kinky community. Just tell me, how did you discover that you are a pony, or you enjoy being a pony?
Okay. Yeah, so I was drawn in first by all the gear. My first kink and fetish was gear and transformational like attire. So it stemmed from that. Um, but then starting to get involved more uh, in pet play and things like that. Having gone through pup play and not really being able to get into the headspace, I discovered pony play and was able basically just clicked into it immediately.
Your identity develop after that?
Um, my identity as a pony or my identity like overall?
Well, as a pony, you said, I mean, there are differences between like wild ponies, and I'm assuming that you feel a bit more trained, like a trained pony, or a more.
Yeah, I would say I feel that my kink identity has changed more so that it's more confident, definitely, and kind of more centered, and it's more like I've focused more on one thing rather than trying a bunch of different things, and trying to spread out um, I guess my kink interests. So my identity definitely has like kind of like focused in more.
That's interesting. Okay. And what do you train to do?
Most ponies would be well, there are a couple of different categories. There's cart ponies, which are trained to pull and drive carts, usually through trails or if you're for instance, if you go to a pride parade, you'll typically see a cart pony there. There are show ponies, which are trained to do tricks. Um, and then there are dressage ponies as well, which are trained to actually go through dressage courses like you would see in the Olympics and competitions.
Wow. What kind of a pony are you?
I am a cart pony. I am what you would call a workhorse.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. And mostly it's leather, is it?
Um, Most of my accessories are leather. This suit is rubber, of course.
Mm.
And then instead of paying thousands of dollars for a leather harness, especially because I'm currently, doing the whole weight loss thing, I want to do a cost-effective harness instead that is still usable. So this is actually made from nylon straps,
Right,
and like these are actual harness pieces that are used for equestrian work.
right. Wow. Okay, so how do you introduce, like, are you dating? How do you date? Like, you're on online or face to face? How do you meet people?
Yeah, it's interesting. I have two different profiles on most things. So on some apps that are more hookup culture and more just kind of in the moment, I have my pony gear, full front and center. But on apps that are more relationship based, it's my vanilla self. And most people who I've talked to, as it comes up, it's just like, oh yeah, what are you into? Things like this. Kink comes up pretty quickly, especially in the gay community. Kinks and just preferences are very, very forward. They're very front and center in the conversation. So it comes up pretty quickly, and it's just like, you kind of go down the line. Oh yeah, I'm in the BDSM community. I'm in the leather community. I'm in the rubber community. I'm in the pet play community. You've heard of pups? Well, I do this instead. And most people are pretty receptive of it. I mean, the pup community has become very mainstream for the gay community. And so because of that, pet play in general has been able to become much more open and accepted.
You can be found on which handle besides your Instagram?
Instagram and Twitter, both at Rubber Pony Link.
Rubber Pony Link, cool. All right, thank you so much for having taken time to set up your gear, and preparing for this, and also answering the questions that we had for you. Thank you.
I'm happy to do it. Yeah.
Thanks.